Okay, so today is going to be about me sort of why I decided to go on this venture of Asperger's and autism. Beforehand, I'd never even. I knew about it, but I just didn't really care about it. I didn't feel like it affected me that much, and no one really knew about it, and that sort of various things. But I, I sort of started to feel quite like different in the sense that people began to sort of notice, I suppose, that I was ever so slightly weird, maybe less mature than some people. I maybe suppose it could be that. I don't really know what's in people's heads, but might be. But then I sort of wanted to learn more about it. So I watched a podcast called Them Aspergers on Spotify. I recommend it. I'm on their Facebook group as well. I don't know if they know I exist. Probably don't. But yeah, and I just sort of learnt about all of these traits and stuff about autism and things and how I sort of relate to it. I didn't know there were things. I thought I was just I thought I was neurotypical, but I thought I had some sort of mental illness. I don't know if autism is a mental illness. I don't really know what it can be considered as, but I thought I just sort of had like depression or something. Then I realized the anxiety was from like the autism sense. Like I was worried about everything, so I realized it was sort of along that line of things. And also, I masked a lot. Is what I realized. I sort of changed my personality every so often to fit a sort of certain person I was with, and I don't think I masked enough. I don't think I think I did what I thought was the right thing, but it wasn't always the right thing. And, like, I copied the wrong traits and I've fallen out with people before, so that's not a good thing. Uh, so that's not good. And I definitely don't recommend copying anything off of, like, TV and stuff, and of movies and things. Yeah. Yeah, thing is, I usually, I do mask still, because I sort of need to be able to socialize well, because in the thick of it, in like reality, I probably am not like that socially adept. Like I am definitely when I'm in my own element and I'm around people that share the same interests as me. I always talk about interests, don't I? Yeah, it's part. I I go with my entire personality out of my interests usually, so that's how it happens. But yeah, masking. I can't do it well. I can't do it. I don't really want to do it anymore to the level that I used to, or level that I tried to originally. And that was a key aspect of sort of figuring out what autism was. I looked into a lot of it. This was sort of a good idea based on people talking about it and being open about it. And I wanted to be super open about it because I was worried about how people were going to perceive me joining university, and I think they're going to perceive me a lot better when they know and understand a lot more about me, because it doesn't really show that much. In the sense, I do hide it a lot, I suppose. It doesn't show through, and no one would really know. No one ever knows. If I tell them, they said, "Oh, we wouldn't have known." And my parents, they sort of say that I'm basically normal, but I don't like it when they say that because I'm not, so I can't really try to be either normal or really not. I'm not. I can't like be a level of like lower people on the autism spectrum or higher. I'm sort of where I am at, and it sort of varies in different situations and different things. So I can't really be. I can't really liken myself to people lower on the spectrum or higher on the spectrum than me or neurotypical. I think I'm my own individual in that sense. So it was sort of hard for me. It was sort of hard for me to figure out if I actually had it, and especially in the earlier years of my life, I used to deny it because I used to think it was sort of a curse or a really bad thing. I wasn't really prejudiced against it, but I I thought of it as sort of a thing you insult people about, I suppose. There's a lot of insult about like autism and stuff. People would use it as an insult to other neurotypicals. So I sort of denied it, thinking it was like a really bad thing. It's like in year 7 when you used to use gay as an insult. And it's like that. It was like that. It's like things that are about people that aren't insults, but they sort of use it as insults because they're children. I guess that's the sense of it. But no, yeah, so I sort of denied it. But recently, around this sort of time, during the coronavirus, I came to terms with a lot of my interests and stuff. I think I developed myself as a person, so I'm not clouded by a sort of mask, and I think I'm hoping that during the time I go to university, people are going to discover who I am as a person. I think my family knows who I am as a person because I'm more like the way I am in real life with them, I suppose. But not all, like maybe completely by myself. I think maybe the truest form of myself. I'm only ever that by myself completely, and I'm mask because I feel like when I'm with my parents, I copy the mannerisms of my older brother as well in some senses. I think maybe I do because I suppose that's what I do because in the thick of it, all I really want to do is be by myself. No, that's not really that true. Like most of the time, actually no, that's not true at all. I don't know in that sense, but I am. My true personality is an autistic person, not a person with autism, if that makes sense. So I'm not exactly burdened by it, but it's a part of who I am. And if it's a part of who you are as well, you shouldn't hide it. But if it doesn't affect you that much, you can sort of work around it, in a sense. And there are certain things that bothered me, that used to bother me a lot, that don't anymore, that you can get over, so you can, in a way, seem less autistic, but because you've sort of overcome a compulsion, and not because you're pretending not to be. I'm probably not making a lot of sense. I'm just sort of trying to tread lightly to not insult people. And myself, I suppose. Because it's strange, because I've never used to be able to relate to autistic people or neurotypicals. I generally didn't feel like I could relate to anyone. So that's another reason why I decided to go on this path of quest of finding out autism and things, because I didn't know who I was, or anything about me. I didn't understand anything about my personality, or who I was meant to be for a long time. And finding out that I was autistic and finding out that I can sort of figure out who I am through that is sort of a blessing in a sense, I suppose. And I feel like if I didn't have autism, I don't know if I would be very interesting as a person. Or I feel like I would have the same interests. I feel like I would have the same sort of things I would have. I don't think I'd be the same person. I like who I am in a way. Even if I make mistakes, even if I do things that other people would think are bad, like have meltdowns and stuff, I feel like deep down I'm probably a good person. Maybe. That's very deep. I don't know. I'm trying to fill time, I suppose. How much time have I got left? A few minutes. Okay, a few seconds. Wait, really? No. A few seconds. I suppose that's good enough. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not using a script anymore. It's a lot better, I suppose. It's a lot easier to understand. I just need a better mic. But this mic isn't very good. It's just a headset. It's an old headset. I didn't even make, because I'm going to university to do film stuff, which I'm excited about. Yeah, gonna be good. Oh, that's another thing. Some people, like my parents, don't think I'm passionate about going to university, but that's because I don't really show my passions to other people. So if I feel like what I should do is I should show my passions more to other people, and then have more understanding of who I am as a person as well, and that kind of stuff. I think will be quite good. Yeah. I don't know. One other thing about my personality, this has changed. I used to think I needed sort of a girlfriend or something because I used to feel like that was a neurotypical thing to want. And now that I sort of like come to terms with autism and stuff, I kind of realize that that's not something I want, like a romantic relationship with anyone. So I sort of feel like I've unmasked that. I sort of unmasked the fact that I would like to sort of live by myself. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your life. Goodbye.